And we are live. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I streamed last time, and today live stream is all about building random decks and testing, having some fun with subscribers. I can also do a deck on request, so if you would love to see deck in action, you think it can actually work, you can just copy paste in the chat and I can test it. First deck today. I'm going just randomly through the cards, trying to see if there is actually something that I can build up that can potentially be good and not super boring to play. You might search a deck for supporter card available and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Dragonite seems like a good idea. Actually, I think I have plenty of decks. Yeah, I actually have plenty of decks there. So we're gonna actually stream with Fossil deck for now, just a little bit. Some of improvements are gonna be made as well from the last build that I made. I'm gonna try to play 2 counter catchers instead in this build. This Fossil deck is actually very interesting. Recently I just came up with idea to build it when I saw that Kabutops ability, which can simply prevent opponent from playing supporter cards, and I was like, wow, that's very broken. And then I also saw that Omastar, which is even more broken. And with, in theory, with a little bit of luck, this deck can actually work flawless. Alright, not the best opening hand, because I don't have none of these. Alright, so we're gonna go with first things first, Energy Loto. I will try to thin my deck as much as possible. So I guess I can throw one Ultra Ball for some sort of Guzma and energy play in order to get another Jirachi in play, and then I'm hoping to pull something useful with Stellar Wish. In this situation, with those types of the cards, I think I'm good to go with just the Cynthia. Okay, one fossil, I guess I don't need more than that. Double Course Energy, and I'm passing my turn. No escape rope. No escape board, actually, so I can't retreat to other Jirachi to use another Stellar Wish. The good thing is that I have Rare Candy available for the following turn, basically meaning that I can start attacking with a Rock Slide. And that's a pretty badass thing, right? But I'm gonna need also retreat plus energy. I actually got both of these cards. Stellar Wish for the following turn. Yeah, he just decided to concede instead. Yeah, quite obvious. If you can't play supporter cards, you can't Guzma. If you can't Guzma, you can't switch Kabutops from the active position without escape rope. And if you can't play supporter card, you can't get new resources. And if you're stuck without a hand or energy attachment or maybe something else, you're in a deep trouble, my friend. So, game number 2. I guess it's better to start first with this deck just because you need to set up. And this opening hand once again contained 0 fossil search cards, neither fossil. That's always a bad sign. And I'm also thinking about maybe adding an extra shrine in this build. Okay, so this is gonna be very aggressive start for my opponent with that Jolteon. And there's a Nazball as well. Okay, so Jolteon has free retreat. That's a good thing. You can always retreat, use Stellar Wish, at your turn 1, try to set up maybe even Zapdos if it's possible. Zapdos actually counters this deck quite successful, mainly because it has resistance to Kabutops, and then Kabutops needs to use Rock Slide for double hit knockout. Even if you spread damage on your opponent, Zapdos on the bench, it's still not going to be enough for the one hit knockout anyways. And that's a really scary thing. As it looks right now, first I'm gonna use that Energy Loto because I can pick one card which can be energy, and then I can have greater chance to pull fossil card with my Jirachi, and there it is. So unidentified fossil. And the good thing here also is the fact that I can play Cynthia at my turn 1. I need a skateboard so badly, so I can retreat that Jirachi from the active position, or at least another identified fossil, which I managed to get successfully as well. Alright, so unfortunately I cannot use another Stellar Wish, but at least I have 2 fossils in play, which is a good and important thing, because in theory I can have both item and supporter lock at my turn 2, which is probably not gonna happen. It's very difficult. And there's another Stellar Wish. Alright, for Tapu Koko. How many energies? Just 1. Only 1 energy, and there's a Pika Zekrom and a Volkner as well, so at least we're not gonna see some type of Guzma play. At least not for now. So, Meaning that I can, in theory, with Bill Analyze, set up both Kabutops and okay, so I'm gonna lose one of my Jirachis this turn with Zapdos play. I can already see that coming. Oh no, he decided rather to go down to Pika-Zekrom. Okay, quite interesting. Still, Jirachi is a much better option than Identified Fossil, I guess. And we might even see Energy Switch, or maybe just... yeah, maybe just Stadium. Alright, that was very painful, I guess. One rare candy can definitely solve this, especially if I can find also a skateboard and energy, maybe even Counter Catcher. Not good top deck, I should say that. There is a double course energy. Alright. And then I can go with my Stellar Wish for only a skateboard. Alright, since I have Bill Analyze, I can try to dig a little bit more. Rare candy, and I don't need another rare candy, that's for sure, but I can maybe think about using it. I think another fossil is much better option in this way. I can at least try to prevent my opponent from being able to play supporter cards for like a turn, which might be very useful. Then again, I can also put Omanite in play. In theory, I can even item lock his hand next turn if he decides to put another Pokemon in play. We shall see. For now, I'm just using Rock Slide and applying some more pressure to that Jirachi and Jolteon instead of the Zapdos. So far, so good. Especially if I manage to find Shrine. But he can attack only with 2 energies, and then Full Blitz can just knock me out. Alright. Guess I need one Counter Catcher so badly, so I can in theory maybe catch that Jirachi or maybe even Zapdos on the bench to pull something else. Oh, nice, nice, nice top deck, rare candy. I guess I need good strong supporter card, maybe like oh, that's it. That's it. That's it, I guess. No way I can come back from this position. Not even with... yeah, there's a Guzma for Kabutops, and then Jirachi for Stellar Wish, retreat onto Pika-Zekrom for the knockout. And he even prepared a second Guzma for the following turn. Alright, so switch, and I know that another Guzma is available. Actually, if I was able somehow to maybe remove that Thunder Mountain from play, in theory I could maybe knock him out. But then again, I'm not sure if that would be possible. And then again, another fossil available, and we can Stellar Wish into the Cynthia. Only one retreat cost. The big problem for me is mainly the fact that those Pokemons only have like 1 retreat cost, so that's a bad thing. And even worse thing here is the fact that I didn't even find myself a... yeah, if I decide to do that and grab myself Omastar, I can item lock him for like a turn. I can even think about attaching energy cards somewhere, but those Pokemons are like in the range of the knockout anyways. I can't even retreat because of the Absol. I couldn't even find myself Counter Catcher, but even if I had one, it wouldn't change things dramatically because he have Guzma available for the Guzma play. He still didn't play that Tag Bolt GX, so he can simply Tag Bolt and take 2 prize cards, so I guess it's just waste of time trying to win this game, so we're gonna focus on the game number 3. Today's live stream just playing random decks from couple weeks that I played. Let's see. No Jirachi. So the good thing about this deck is that you're always forced to start with Jirachi. You can't start with none other Pokemon because that fossil will not be counted as a basic Pokemon until you manage to have one basic Pokemon. This type of the hand on the other side is also not that good, I guess, just because with Pokemon Communication in my opening hand I can't do too much. I can only play Cynthia. My opponent hand is just tremendously huge, and even worse thing here is the fact that I'm playing versus probably Giratina. I didn't play a single game versus Giratina with this deck, so I'm not quite sure how this deck can work versus Giratina. I guess it can have decent matchup, mainly because Giratina is forced to hit for 130 by placing 4 damage counters to one of your Pokemons on the bench. And when you place 4 damage counters on your bench at Pokemon, you can still get 20 more from Kabutops as well. And Kabutops can be out of the range for a one-hit knockout with Giratina. But on the other side of the field, if Giratina puts 1 damage counter to Kabutops before, then Kabutops is definitely in the range of the one-hit knockout. So we're gonna see actually Stellar Wish with Jirachi at the turn 1. I don't know if you need something else, expect 3 in case on the turn 1. And a couple energies in your discard pile so you can start attacking at your turn 2. I think as it looks right now, I'm probably just gonna go with Cynthia. Oh, he's playing Aerodactyl. Okay, that's a fossil matchup right there. It is gonna be quite interesting to see that. So as it looks right now, I think I can Ultra Ball. Oh, I don't have Ultra Ball, that's a DCE, what I'm talking about. If I had Ultra Ball, I would probably prefer to go for another Jirachi in this case. But as it looks, oh, nice top deck. Managed to get that fossil. But I'm very scared, I need to be honest, because my opponent has 8 cards in his hand and there's a huge chance that he had 1 Guzma available. And that's always a bad thing. So, searching another fossil here, and I'm ready to go with my Jirachi, Stellar Wish, Pokemon Communication, Escape Board, or maybe Lily. If I play Ultra Ball, I can grab another Jirachi and then I can Stellar Wish. Should I be greedy or not? I think I should, because if he knocks my Jirachi out next turn anyways, I'm not gonna have anything. But if I grab another Jirachi, then I can have decent chance to maybe draw another supporter card and still to have second Jirachi. Well, I guess Bill Analyze works perfect. Then I'm passing my turn for now. Worst possible scenario, I can dig to rare candies and maybe something even more useful with Jirachi. As long as he miss that. Oh, I think Aerodactyl actually also has resistance to fighting Pokemon, so it's really difficult for me to actually... Yeah, there's a Guzma. Alright, so Guzma to my unidentified fossil with energy. And Aerodactyl can definitely one-hit knockout my fossil here. Alright, I mean, not the end of the world. Stellar Wish into the Cynthia for sure. I need to refresh my hand and I need to pull maybe Counter Catcher so I can counter his Melamar, which can work perfect here. But as it looks right now, I think I'm gonna probably miss it. So just a rare candy for the following turn. What else do we have here? I guess I'm not gonna need rare candy. I'm gonna probably need fresh hand anyways. And as it looks right now, maybe I should go with that rare candy for at least Omastar item lock. Yeah, when I realized that it was not a bad idea at all, but then I wouldn't have Drow support, and we're probably gonna see another Guzma play here. Alright. There's like 99% of the chance that he have either way Guzma or Escape Rope available. It's not a Guzma, it is Escape Rope, but he might even have a Guzma as well. Or maybe not. Alright. So I'm already like 2 price cards behind my opponent. Not gonna be super easy to come back. Quite obvious. And there's even extra Melamar, so he have right now 3 Melamars in play, which basically means that Aerodactyl can be charged up in just a single turn. And Fossil Fangs, again, dealing enough damage for the knockout. Putting my another Jirachi in play, another Fossil top deck, and let's see if we can potentially maybe get... Okay, the skateboard is not bad at all. I think I'm gonna grab myself a Jirachi. Maybe better idea was just to recycle the boat. Then again, Ultra Ball for Shrine of Punishment, and I can maybe throw that Lily from my hand. What I can do here, I can potentially get that Kabutops. I can prevent in theory my opponent from playing supporter cards, but not gonna be super strong anyways. For me, the best thing right now is maybe to find somehow Counter Catcher and hope that he won't be able to retreat. No sign of it. Alright. Yeah, pretty bad thing. I mean, minus 20, I can just hit for 60, and I can't even 2-hit knockout this Aerodactyl because I'm dealing only 60 damage per turn with Kabutops. However, I can maybe with some type of Counter Catcher play win this game. If he missed knockout this turn against my Kabutops on the bench, he probably have a Guzma, or he's trying to get Guzma with Jirachi. Yeah, there it is. Plenty of Guzmas in a row, and I guess the game is over once again. There's literally nothing we can do against that 180 damage knockout. It is just impossible to do something out here. We have Noivern in deck. We're gonna try to give it a shot and see how good it will be. The deck that I still didn't have time to test, neither to play at my league, but the deck that I was definitely looking forward to play. As it looks right now, there's no sign of the Drow supporter, but we have, okay, we have top deck Drow support. Okay, I guess I can go with the Cynthia. Perfect, another Noibat, but no sign of the Inkay. Not a big deal because I have Noivern available, and this is going to be Distort next turn for like 50. Which basically means that my opponent won't be able to play item cards, and that's a good way to go. That's the good way to go here, and we also have one Crushing Hammer as well available, which might be a very useful. That was the Ultra Ball for the Boswell. I can expect to see maybe Lily play from the other side of the field. And it is. Oh, so he expanded his bench. So it is some sort of Boswell, maybe even Ninetales, Lycanroc, and a Lucario deck. He's missing the knockout there with that Jet Punch, so I barely managed to avoid that knockout here. But the good thing is that this Crushing Hammer actually saves the day. And I'm ready for that Tate and Liza play. There's nothing water in my deck anyways, so I can't do too much there. Brooklyn Hill, just to see what do we have here. Plenty of cards, but pretty much nothing that I can draw at this moment. Well, at least I can distort. I can hit for like 50, I can prevent my opponent from playing item cards, which is at least something, right? Still not something good. There's a Cynthia. I guess I will just try to control the board with Crushing Hammers and then trying to retreat to the Oranguru. Maybe to use that resource management. As it looks right now, it's definitely not good. I'm already a price down because of that bench snipe. And I'm gonna definitely need heads on this Crushing Hammer, otherwise he can close the gap. If I can hit for 120, this is still not gonna be enough. If I use Bomb Burst GX, it's also gonna be useless in my opinion. I'm not gonna go with Energy Attachment for now. Actually, I'm gonna go with Energy Attachment, as well as with the Skateboard play and with another Distort, so I can prevent my opponent from playing item cards for like a turn. Alright. And another energy. Probably thinking about, oh, this is like a knockout. You gotta be kidding me there. Yes, it is. This is why I hate this type of the matchups, because one card can simply end the game. I mean, if you have another Kukui, then the game is definitely over. I mean, is there anything that I can do? I guess it's not. Nah, I guess I have Rescue Stretcher, so I'm not gonna need that. Crushing Hammer is much more important. Actually, that Kukui saves the day for my opponent. Literally. Jet Punch. And that's another knockout. I don't know, but today I don't have luck playing nothing, I guess. Okay, Lily top deck, which means that we are still technically in the game. Mysterious Treasure. Is there anything I can get? Maybe like a Marshadow, for example. I guess I'm gonna need Miracle, but I can start with Crushing Hammer heads on the coin flip. Yeah, but this time it was a Tails. So, recycling energy there for that Darkness energy, and I'm ready with the resource management. This time I'm gonna recycle Crushing Hammer. I don't need energies. I can recycle maybe one of those Noiverins back. Alright. If there was heads on the coin flip and if my opponent didn't have energy card, a whole different story would happen. But then again, right now he can maybe even take a double knockout. Nope, there's a Lily. Alright, fair enough. Okay, he have Lycanroc. That's a scary thing, because he can catch my Inkay, for example, maybe even Noibat. Still not enough damage for the knockout versus Noibat if he decide to do it. But then, okay, he decided to go with the Inkay instead. Still, I don't have Malamar. Even if I have Malamar in play, I wouldn't be able to charge up and retreat at the same time, so Jet Punch. And he is trying to at least snipe the Inkay on the bench at the next turn in the worst possible scenario, so that's the reason why he decided to knock that Oranguru out. What a nice top deck that was. Alright, let's see if we can maybe find... I was gonna say another Crushing Hammer. Yes, we can. There's a hands on the coin flip. And it is a very important hands on the coin flip. Alright, so I guess I need to retreat, evolve, and then play Viridian Forest so I can item lock my opponent once again. And that's pretty much it. Before that, I'm gonna charge up my Marshadow. It has resistance, so in theory it can do something. I don't know why they didn't print Noiverin with -20 resistance on the fightings. So unfair in my opinion. Next turn I can Bombers GX. Next turn I can Bombers GX, and I'm probably thinking about that if I can find somehow Guzma. I can take multiple knockouts. Oh, another Crushing Hammer. Tails in the coin flip. Cynthia, maybe about... okay, I'm discarding another Guzma for some sort of Malamar play, right? Do I even need Malamar? I guess I don't need him. What I'm getting with the Malamar, pretty much nothing. But still I'm taking it. Building another Noiverin would be much better, in my opinion. Oh, I already did that. I completely forget about that Giratina in discard pile. Lucario is dealing enough damage for the one-hit knockout. That's for sure. Bombers GX at least, dealing also a lot of damage. And it opens Tapu Lele Magical Swap as an interesting choice. But also with one energy he can knock me out with just a baby Sledgehammer Boswell, so it doesn't matter too much because there's a Viridian Forest in play and it will be enough for the knockout, so literally nothing I was able to do because I couldn't even set up. Alright, let's try to fix that in the game number 2, shall we? Playing best of 3 with this deck. 0-4 today. That's not a good score, not something that you should be proud on. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely bad luck, but this time at least I have Ultra Ball and I can set up strong hand at my third one. Either way with one of my Drow supporter Pokemon's Tapu Lele or Marshadow. Plus I can have Giratina available in discard pile. Oh, speaking about Marshadow, there it is as a top deck. Perfect. Playing versus another Lycanroc. Just not sure if it's a Lycanroc Zoroark or it's maybe something else. Maybe another... Something tells me that it is a Zoroark Lycanroc deck. With this type of the opening hand, I can definitely say that I have like 70% chance to win this game. At least 70. It is Zoroark deck because there's third one, Professor Zelm. Lecture for like 3 Zoruas or maybe 2 Zoruas and 1 Ditto. Or maybe Zorua Sneasel Ditto as well. Okay, so as long as I can keep my bench low with... it doesn't even matter. As long as my opponent playing special energies, I don't need to worry too much because one distort and the game is over for him. That's pretty much it. Oh, speaking about Tapu Lele, there it is. So I have both of these bad boys available right now. Plus I can play Agility as well. Yeah, that's the bad thing, because if I put my Tapu Lele, I can't play Giratina in case if I want to let loose. As it looks right now, I don't even need Giratina. I can just count on Giratina in the late stage of the game. I need Energy Attachment, which I couldn't get, so the rest of the cards also in my hand looks pretty interesting. 2 Melamars, so I actually think that it's maybe not worth to consider playing Marshadow for the let loose as it looks right now. So with 2 Melamars in play, I guess I can just wait a little bit and then just charge up my Noivern for that distort. Even if he plays Dangerous Rogue GX to one of my Inkays or maybe to, yeah, he decided to go with the Inkay, it doesn't matter too much because I only need 1 Inkay for basically 1 Melamar, but the question still remains how he think to deal damage this turn without switch and double course energy on that Zoroark. I have a skateboard, so I can definitely have a free retreat with my Inkay. So as it looks right now, I'm just gonna go with 1 Melamar play. Okay, Energy Attachment, and it is my turn. And the top deck is a Ultra Ball, which basically means one thing. I can try to thin my deck a little bit by throwing some of the resources from my hand, like maybe another Noibat and maybe even this Lily, in exchange for another Noivern, so I can have 2 Noiverns. And I can charge up one of them, so still I need plenty of resources. I guess I'm first gonna go with Cynthia and then I will try to let loose. Alright, so I guess I'm still trying to find with my let loose a skateboard. Couldn't get it, but at least I have Crushing Hammer, which can work. Nothing. Alright. At least I can get energy in my discard pile. Unlucky for me, no skateboard, no retreat, no distort, meaning only one thing. My opponent have option to basically pull another Lycanroc and then use Dangerous Rogue GX versus my Noivern with 2 energies. That would be complete disaster for me. If that happens. But still he needs double course energy and another Lycanroc. There's a trade. maybe he will be a little bit unlucky. If he miss energy attachment, then I think the probably game is over, as long as I can just, yeah, he miss it. And right now I can basically retreat onto my Noivern. I don't even need to power up energy to him. We have 2 energies in the discard pile, basically meaning that I can go with energy attachment onto my Noivern. And with another energy attachment. And I'm gonna keep that darkness energy, and there we go with Distort. Alright, so right now he is just item locked. Still, it's not Sonic Volume. I could even go with Sonic Volume. Decided not to do it, to see if he can actually maybe do something a little bit more. Okay, so probably this is gonna be a Dangerous Rogue GX for the double knockout. Which is a good thing. So with my Bombers GX, I'm dealing like 50 damage. Alright, I guess I can take multiple knockouts there. I can take like 3 price cards this turn, right? If I decided to go with my Bombers GX. And to be honest, I'm thinking about that. I have option to Bombers or to maybe 3 price card knockout. It is a very nice trade, so let's do that. Just for the fun. Game can be much more interesting if I decide to do that. Alright, so there's a Guzma for the next turn, and what else I can find? A Darkness Energy. I don't need to forget about my opponent. It's Rolla Play. However, I can also get some sort of Enhance or Crushing Hammer, and then I can simply use my Sonic Volume, because there's no way that he can actually one-hit knockout my Noivern. And on the other side, I can just play Guzma, grab his top lily in front, hit for 120, go down to 1 price card, and prevent him from playing special energies for like a turn. And then maybe even win the game by just putting pressure with my Giratina on that Rockruff or maybe Zorua. So there's a couple options available. There's one Professor's Kukui, and there's a Pulpad as well. So with Kukui, he can add even a little bit more damage counters to my Noivern. But again, in order to do that, he will need also an extra energy card for that Close Slash. And then he can Close Slash me for like 160, which is plenty of damage. And the damage can be a little bit more increased by the Ansi up to 180. But still not enough, and he realized that he won't be able to do too much. And that's the reason why he just decided to concede. Alright, so not bad. First game in today's live stream after 45 minutes. So I had 0-3 streak with Fossil deck. Right now I have 1 win, 1 defeat with my Noivern deck. And this is game number 3, best of 3 with Noivern. What we can do? Oh, nice. Oh, nice start. Chimicho, whatever he is called. It is a very nice starting Pokemon in this build for that Bell of Silence. If you can get lucky with him, you can definitely benefit from it. I think I'm gonna throw out this Ultra Ball, and I'm thinking about grabbing myself a No Sign of the Mars Shadow. Fair enough, I guess. Turn 1 Lily or Cynthia? I guess I'm gonna go with Lily for now. Energy would be nice. Alright, so we're already in Forest. I can grab that Darkness energy instead. I can attach that energy onto my Noibat and I can pass my turn. I'm not sure if it's a control Venusaur or if it's just, you know, aggressive damage Venusaur deck. I'm gonna find that out very soon. I just drove another Lily, which is... Oh, there's also Tapu Bull in this build. Interesting. It could be, you know, Vikavolt Tapu Bull deck, it could be something else. Lily for 3. Not too many people watching today's live stream, barely 2 or 3 persons. Pretty disappointment. And there's an Ultra Ball. Volkner and another Lily discarded. And it is! And it is! Alright. This is gonna be really interesting. Really interesting. Alright. As it looks right now, I'm ready for my Distort play on his Grabbin. Plus I can bench down Giratina and apply a little bit more pressure. But the item lock is the most important thing because he won't be able to evolve into the Vikavolt. That's the way to go, to prevent your opponent from being able to charge up Vikavolt, to charge up Venusaur or Tapu Bull with his Vikavolt. And retreat to my Chimcho. He actually did tiny mistake there by catching him instead of the Giratina. He can take the prize card, not quite sure how smart it will be. Still, he can even evergreen me there with like... Alright, it's not that bad. I just need some type of hammer. I do have an Enhanced Hammer, but even Crushing Hammer wouldn't be that bad. Alright, he did a good job there, no doubt about that. He took the first prize card in the game. I have an Enhanced Hammer. More than that, I have like Rescue Stretcher, which means that I can shuffle back this Pokemon into my deck, even I don't need to do that. I could discard this Viridian Forest for another energy card as well. I can play Mystery Treasure for Inkay. And I'm just doubting about where should I attach my energy. Not easy decision. Let it be for Giratina, and then I can play Lily. And there is a Crushing Hammer. Will there be a heads on it? Unfortunately, no. And another Mystery Treasure, which will be for another Inkay in this situation. And I'm ready for another Distort. So I'm item locking his Celebi Venusaur, which is the most important thing here. And next turn I'm ready for that Ultra Ball play where I can grab one of my Melamars, and then with the Cynthia I can just simply refresh my hand with 6 new cards. So far so good, but there's another Guzma play. So he's trying maybe to get another knockout versus Inkay. We shall see. If he plays Guzma, he's under the item lock, which basically means that he can just pass the turn after that, or maybe attach energy to Bulla and try to hit for like a 30. which is always a possibility. And he decided just to pass the turn without dealing the damage. Which is interesting. Alright, so I can Psychic Recharge into another energy. Even better, I can throw that Ultra Ball with Viridian Forest for nothing, and then I can consider attaching energy and playing Cynthia, which means that I'm ready for the retreat. Yeah, I'm gonna put this Rangro in play. Oh, I can't retreat because I have True Retreat, but luckily I have a skateboard, which will give me the option for the retreat. And I'm even thinking about Bombers GX. Spreading the damage around the board, not a bad idea. I can knock this, grab it from his bench. And next turn I can even snipe him with my Guzma, in theory, if he puts another one. Or I can just keep going on with Distort. That's also a possibility. There's a Viridian Force for energy, but if I decide to go with Distort, he can potentially heal damage from Bull, but he decided not to do it, so there's a Cynthia play. He decided rather to go with energy attachment to Celebi. There's a Nazball. I also forget about another Crushing Hammer that can potentially be droned by another supporter play. And there's an Onyx as well as the Krabbin. As long as I can item lock him, I don't need to worry too much. Quite obvious. I'm just wondering where my opponent stadium cards. Is he playing any type of stadium? That's an interesting question. Tate and Liza, I'm searching my deck for the Crushing Hammer if it's possible to get one, and it looks like it is. And there's even hands on the coin flip, which is even more important. Psychic Recharge for nothing less but for 2 energies on this Giratina. And after that, I'm gonna use another round of the item lock as it looks. Or I could knock him out with a Sonic Volume. But then he could knocks me back. And I'm not sure if it's that smart enough. Lack of the choice band in this deck, it's a real deal. It's a definitely real deal. I slowed down him a little bit. Crushing an Enhanced Hammer actually helped me a lot. And he decided to concede. So there we go, my friends. Another victory with Noivern. So it looks like that Noivern actually gives me a little bit more luck. What else we have here? We have one interesting deck. We have Shining Genesect deck. Hey Matthew, how's it going? Having that Shining Genesect deck that I will try to play as well. Best of 3, quite obvious. Yeah, doing good, having some fun with random decks today, as you can see. Didn't start pretty well, but right now I'm warming up and I'm starting to winning. My favorite deck to play, oof. I don't know, I started to play with grass decks and I actually enjoy playing them. I had a lot of fun with them. I think I need this Arceus, but it will be very difficult to retreat this Bulbasaur from the active position. I can already see that, so I think maybe getting this Genesect in play wouldn't be that bad. There's a plenty of decks. I mean, the problem with me, each week I'm playing new deck, so I actually don't have favorite deck. There's just way too many decks that I can potentially play that I actually don't have favorite deck. But I like to play any deck with Venusaur because it's pretty strong, and I actually enjoy playing that deck. Any Venusaur deck. Probably this week I'm gonna play Celebi Venusaur with Shaman. I just need to build it and to test it a little bit more to see how good it will be. There's a hands on the Crushing Hammer, so it is gonna be hard to play versus this Celebi Venusaur deck on the other side of the field. Quite obvious. Judge Whistle. My turn will be another energy top deck. And this is gonna be so devastating for me. Because I'm losing like 3 energies this turn, and I have like 5 energies in my discard pile. I do have energy recycle system, which means that I can recover some of them. Circuitry deck. I didn't see that deck. I'm not sure what that deck can do actually. Let's go with Aether Paradise in play and let's just pass turn. I mean, Circuitry is a very nice card. I mean, I like it. I don't know why people just don't like to play Circuitry GX in their decks, because it is a very nice card. So actually this Paradise Conversation area gave me the extra turn for maybe potential setup. So unlucky. At least I just took 10 from the poison because I managed to successfully heal the... Okay, you can definitely copy paste the deck list and I can try it after this game. Wondering to see it. Alright, so there's only one card that I'm missing right now, and it is a Arceus. Arceus is the way to go. We have 6 energies remaining. Well, 1 rare candy and energy wouldn't be that bad, to be honest. Okay, at least Cynthia is good, I guess. Retreat. I can deal some damage. Not too much. But still some damage can be done. 3 energies to be attached. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next turn with another power draw. Theoretically, I can pull that Venusaur. And another Hands of the Crushing Hammer, which doesn't matter right now anymore. Yeah, you can't pass the entire deck, I guess. I can't see entire deck, unfortunately. Yeah, it cannot be passed. Draw 2 cards and he discarded rare candy. So lucky. Yeah, you can't pass. Parasect. Oh, so the deck is played with the Parasect. Okay, I guess I can try to see that deck. Okay, so my turn. First things first. Nazball for like energy. And there's like 2 Guzmas. Alright, I guess I'm gonna power draw for that Mudkip. I do have Guzma. That's a good thing. I can start to deal some damage. Not gonna do it. Just gonna catch that Shaman on the bench. Will retreat onto my Arceus. And then I will just use another Trinity Star. I only have like 1 energy remaining. There's energy recycle system. So in theory I can recover some of the energies. I'm missing that rare candy for a heavy knockout. Actually, it won't be enough for the knockout. There's a Mars. Again, he can discard a random card, and he decided to discard Cynthia this time. Okay, better Cynthia than Venusaur. Okay, that can actually work. If you pass it as a comment, then I can actually get it somehow. Power draw. I'm very limited with my resources. I need rare candy so badly, which I couldn't get once again. I'm looking forward to burn my net ball. No sign of the energies anymore. And I guess I'm gonna need that Cynthia as well. And Rare Candy combo into that Venusaur. And right now for me somehow is the most important to get this Shaymin in play so I can potentially surprise my opponent with it. And there is a Field Blower, probably just for 2 Choice Bands. And a Judge Whistle. Draw 3 cards from the bottom of your deck. And another Judge Whistle. So after I finish this game, I will try that Circuitry deck. I already copied, so it's ready to be imported. Energy for Retreat. Actually, that works perfect for me. As long as I can find energy recycle system, there's a high chance that I can maybe one-hit knock out this Celebi and Venusaur. Actually, I should have enough for that knockout. Oh, what a blow that would be for my opponent. So, Ultra Ball into the nothing. Oh, he decided to concede. Why? And I actually even made a mistake there, but anyways. I should grab something so I can... I should grab Pokemon so I can discard with my Swampert, and then I can play Swampert in order to draw 3 cards, and then I had a greater chance to pull Energy Recycle System to recycle some of the energies, or maybe just to put energy down to Shaymin, but I would probably consider recycling energies back into my deck and then playing my Shaymin with Energy Attachment and Tantalizer. Anyways, let's go quickly through this Circuitry deck so we can actually see it, what it looks like. So it actually contains Ranguru, one Spinda with Teeter Punch, which is a very interesting card. I mean, I saw that card when it was first time printed in Sun and Moon, and I was like, well, it is a very good card because it can confuse with one energy card, and with the Choice Band you can hit for like 60, you know, and confuse your opponent. So if you flip Tails on the coin flip, he's taking like 30 damage back and he's not able to attack. On the other side of the field, Circuitry can do the same thing, but just for 20, you know, and the damage can actually be increased significantly with Electro Power in the Choice Band if you're speaking about, you know, GX or EX Pokemons. I don't know why the Choice Band is... okay, never mind. Then there's a Parsect, which says it put 2 damage counters on your opponent, confuse Pokemon between turns. Wow, that's sick as well. Yeah, interesting. So you can even add more damage counters on those confused Pokemons. You have then some deviations, Tapu Koko, which can simply, you know, put 2 energies to your banished Pokemon, so extra energy acceleration always welcome. A Beast Ring is also good for the Circuitry because Circuitry is Ultra Beast Pokemon. Then it also has Electro Charger, which can be used for Circuitry, Electro Power Recycle, some of the Nazballs and Ultra Balls for the setup, no sign of Jirachi, for example. Couple switch cards as well as Shrines for extra damage. It contains also Thunder Mountain for free attack with Circuitry, pretty cool. Couple Drow supporters, 8 of them. Yeah, probably Beast Energy could potentially be added in my opinion, because Circuitry can then add more damage with it. And yeah, we can try it for sure, but we're just gonna add 1 Beast Energy as well. All right, let's see it in action. Let's see it in action. Circuitry. All right. Starting first. Okay. Somebody subscribed. Somebody subscribed. Nobi Monster, thanks for the following. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it is fun, but it can also be good if you get a little bit of luck. It can be even better. Maybe some crushing it enhanced hammers could help this deck as well. I guess we're not gonna need this, but I may be wrong. What are the cards in my hand? I guess I'm gonna go with one Paris. Then I'm gonna play Lily. I will have energy attachment and Ultra Ball for some sort of switch energy discardment in order to grab myself another Paris. Really want to set my Paris in play as much as I can, and I'm in the range of that Erika Hospitality for the next turn, which is a good thing because I'm gonna need some of the draw support as well. With one Parasect as well, I can use my Panic Spores. This deck will have heavy time against Weavile, Rule of Weavile, that's for sure. What's on the other side? Some type of Giratina, maybe Ultra Necrozma. Decent setup so far. Decent setup. There's a switch for the first Stellar Wish on my opponent's side of the field into Viridian Forest. Okay, so it is Ultra Necrozma deck. As long as it contains a forest, it is. So I can remove that forest from play theoretically next turn by putting my Shrine in play. I think I'm probably gonna do that. He wake up. Alright, so we have a Nest Ball and we're gonna try to search that Rangro for 2 cards before we go with a Erika's Hospitality. Trying to get another Parasect in play so I can in theory do even more damage. I think as it looks right now, Cynthia is a much better option. Okay, there's a Circuitry, Ultra Ball for Paras and a Ultra Ball, so I can grab myself another Parasect. And I'm hitting for 70. I'm hitting for 70, and that's the very important thing. And he scooped right away. I don't like that. I don't like when the people just scoop the game, but I managed to win 4 games in a row. That's quite impressive, because I'm just playing, you know, rogue decks all the way. Yeah, hitting for 70, maybe even for 100, and confusing your opponent with a single energy card, it's a really big deal. I mean, it is a very nice rogue deck. I like it. Thanks for the deck list, I appreciate that, and I will definitely consider building this deck in the real life as well. Really don't like my opening hand, not at all. Do I have something for the draw support expect for that monkey? I guess I don't, so it will be a Guzma play. And it will be one Instruct for 2. Hello, Weibo. And I'm enjoying playing this deck. Okay, so 10 from the Shrine. Yeah, it's pretty much easily to beat Pikarom with this build. Especially if Pikarom does not play Zero Aura for the free retreat. it's really simple to beat that deck. It's pretty much impossible for Picarum to win without, you know, Zero Aura. So ready to throw my Electro Powers. Yeah, but still, you know, wasting it for nothing, it's not good in my opinion. Trust me. You should rather keep it and just deal the damage later with it. Alright, so there we go with the Nazball. I guess I'm gonna grab another Circuitry so I can get rid of energy from my hand, and then I can play another Instruct and have greater chance to pull a Drow Supporter, or maybe Paras as well. And there we go with the Dazzle Blast. Dealing 80 and confusing his Pika. Do you have a Gengar from Crimson Invasion? Is that a Gengar that placing 3 damage counters to one of your opponent's Pokemon in play? I guess I have. But not available for trade, unfortunately. None of my cards are available for trade. So he realized the threat there and he just decided to play Kuzma. Maybe on my Oranguru as it looks. As expected. Alright, Shrine will do some damage between turns. That's the good thing. And good thing is that I can grab myself a Parasect and put him in play. So right now I'm just searching for my Kuzma. Or maybe Switch. Oh, this deck also plays Switch. Perfect. And what about another Instruct? Cool. And then I can Lillian keep the Cynthia for the next turn. Alright, nice. Dazzle Blast. 20 plus Confusion. Not bad. And he took 2 more damage counters. He's taking 2 damage counters between turns. Oh, between turns. You gotta be kidding me. This looks... Oh, this is so badass, actually. This is so badass, actually. You're taking the damage between turns. This is even stronger than Shrine, right? Okay, so first energy switch, first... I mean, even when you manage to score knockout, it does not count as something big. Mainly because you're just taking 1 prize card, right? And it's not that strong compared when your opponent can simply, you know, confuse you for a lot of damage. It is just insane. Nazball for another Circuitry, because I'm trying to prepare B-String play. Oh, I discarded B-String. Oops. Which means I can't use it anymore. But I can deal impressive damage again. Electro Power, Choice Band, Dazzle Blast. This is gonna be like 100 or something. Yeah, he took like a plenty of damage. That's insane. That's ridiculous. That's just mind-blowing how many damage I'm dealing right now. It is just insane. Really strong deck. Escape Rope. You can have another Circuitry, I guess. The problem is that probably right now he will just GX me and take both Circuitries out with Attack Bolt. But again, Shrine will deal a lot of damage to him anyways. I don't think it will become a meta deck, but it is a very strong deck. It is a very strong deck. I'm taking that. Electro Charger, how many heads? One heads. All right. Oh, I didn't play instruct. Damn it. Damn it. So I'm taking Spinda in play, and I'm passing my turn, as it looks. I could try to dig for the third switch, but I'm not even sure if I have it because I didn't check it with the Nazball. So I rather just decided to pass my turn and maybe to just wait for a moment. Yeah, I did a horrible mistake when I decided to put in play in the active position my circuitry with that escape rope play. It was a horrible decision, but it's over right now. Sky High close, he's doing a lot of damage. Time for another circuitry. Time for more undamaged counters. Alright, I actually realized that that was a mistake there. Shrine can deal a lot of damage right here, and I can knock this bad boy out. Yeah, I can knock this bad boy out. I can't retreat because of the stupid Absol in play. However, I can attack with the Spinda. I played Electro Power, right? Anyways. Spinda can deal a lot of damage there, so let's just go with Instruct. Oh, nice, Shrine. All I really need. So 30, 20, 20, enough for the knockout. And then 10 more from the Shrines goes to the other Pikazakram. So yeah, I win. I just realized that I can take knockout versus Pikazakram instead of just going for the Tapu Koko. So there's a switch on Jirachi. And is there something that he can do, maybe to try to get Stadium in play so he can just survive for like one more turn? Theoretically, he can do that. He can even win the game if I miss, you know, Shrines. And he is desperately trying to get Stadium in play. If he gets Stadium in play, then I will need a Guzma, literally. And there it is. There is the Viridian Forest. Alright. So he somehow managed to get it. Yeah, it is a GG because right now he can't retreat. And that cost him a game, so brilliant. Insane. Really strong deck. Really strong deck, I guess. Hello Len, how are you? He definitely stuck, so I think I can make a little bit improvement on the deck. Maybe I can try to add a couple more things. Just to go quickly through the deck list and see if there's actually something that can be a little bit more improved. Four circuitries as a main attacker. Always good. I think one Kukui is just unnecessary in this build. With one Kukui you wouldn't be able to do anything anyways. Just looking forward to add foil energies. Why not, if every other card is foil. 3 Guzmas, 3 copies of Guzma. I didn't saw this deck Anim Club actually told me to try it, and I just decided to test it. It looks interesting. I'm just trying to see if there's maybe something else that can be a little bit more improved. It's quite interesting that this deck does not play Rescue Stretcher. I guess you don't need it. I think I'm probably just gonna go with one Marshadow as well. I think one Marshadow can be very useful there. Oranguru. Let me just put those reverse foil cards. Yeah, actually Oranguru, Marshadow, not bad as a tech option. Rest of the build looks good. I like it, and there's pretty much nothing that I would consider to change. 4 Cynthia Steel Lily, 2 Erika's Hospitalities, couple Guzmas, switch options. So I like it. I'm gonna keep it as it looks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as it looks. Potential tech, I don't know if there's actually anything else that can be used as a tech. Let me just go quickly through the lighting Pokemon list and to see if there's actually something else that can be used. What about Raichu? Let me see something just with the Raichu. Raichu is later, actually, that's a lone Raichu. If I consider taking maybe one Ditto, which can always evolve into Parasect, I can maybe consider taking something else as well, like for example, Raichu, which can also paralyze my opponent, and it can hit for like 130, so with 2 energy cards. And it can be theoretically powered up with Tapu Koko, Dance of the Ancients, so... But then if you just... paralyze your opponent for like a turn, it's not gonna mean too much, especially if he can switch, or Acerola, or Guzma, so I think it's not worth. Alright. Let's see it in action. There we go. Circuitry is here. Energy is available. Tapu Koko is available for the bench as well. Cynthia for the draw support. And we play versus Zapdos. So Zapdos actually has weakness, which is really unlucky because Zapdos Thunderous Assault can go for like 80, but it won't be affected by the weakness. Circuitry is 120, which means that it's out of the range for the one-hit knockout with 1 copy of Electro Power in addition. So, with 1 copy of Electro Power in addition to this won't be enough. Alright, so he immediately played Guzma. Damn it. I knew I shouldn't put this Koko on the bench. I knew it. I guess as it looks right now, I'm gonna put a pressure with my Guzma on his Zapdos. I don't care. He already played that Guzma, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same. Unfortunately, it's not enough for the one-hit knockout. It's like 100. But still, Zapdos is also confused. So if you try to attack, if you flip tails on the coin flip, it's knocked out. But you're not stupid to attack with the Thunderous Assault just for like a 10. So you just want to, you know, oh, another Guzma. Okay, interesting. Another interesting card that can be part of this deck is Tapu Koko GX as well, so it can be theoretically tech, but then you're running a GX Pokemon, and that's not the way to go because you're also running Shrines, but it can counter from nowhere for heavy damage, but I think it's not necessary. It's definitely not necessary for this build. Alright, another Stellar Wish. Right now, he have Walkner, so he can grab himself a Switch card. Maybe even a Skateboard. Maybe even a Skateboard and Electro Power Play, and if he have another Electro Power Play, then he can knock my Circuitry out and force me to have my Koko in the front. And he just passes the turn. Interesting. Interesting enough. Time for the Cynthia play. Okay, I guess I can grab a couple Nazball, Paris. I can throw that Choice Band, I can play my Rangru, I can even put Thunder Mountain in play. I can play Switch as well on my Circuitry, and then I can play my Instruct. And I have option to run one more Instruct. And Dazzle Blast for 20. Only problem right now is that I don't have another bench space for another attacker, but it doesn't matter because in any point, in any moment, I can just use Dance of the Ancients, knock my Tapu Koko, attach energy, and get free space on the bench. But if he managed to knock my Circuitry out, then I will also have extra bench space available. Alright, there's a Viridian Forest, interesting. And I actually like it because I need it. So I can search my deck for energy as well. Alright, so Walkner for Nazball and another Lighting Energy. Actually, Zapdos is in the range of the knockout with one Parasect and with one Electro Power per turn, so that's really interesting. And there it is, Pika-Zekrom. But just why? Really strange. Really strange play from my opponent. However, there is a switch, so it might be even enough for the knockout with 2 Electro Powers, so it is. He took the knockout, okay, but what after that? I'm gonna put another Circuitry in play, so this can only use once you get a turn before you attack. If this Pokemon is on your bench, okay, damn it, it needs to be on the bench. It actually needs to be on the bench. Well, maybe I get lucky with the Guzma play. Who knows, maybe I can still find Switch. There is plenty of possibilities. Or maybe not. Alright. If he didn't remove my Thunder Mountain from play, then I would consider attaching energy to Coco, retreating on the Zerker tree, and attacking with the Dazzle Blast, which would be a one-hit knockout. I mean, there was no way for the knockout versus this Zapdos this turn. Literally, no way, because he removed my Thunder Mountain from play, so I don't know how in the world I would be able to knock him out. With the Paras, maybe with the stretch, but it's not that good, I think. I mean, it's probably better to keep Paras in play, so you can simply have Parasect instead of just trading Paras for the knockout. One of the reasons why I didn't consider going with the Paras is also mainly because then I'm opening his Stellar Wish Jirachi option. As it looks right now, he might waste even more resources there, and I force him even to put another GX Pokemon in play, which is a Tapu Koko GX. And with Shrines in play, I can deal even more damage to him. So it is a knockout with the Sky High Close. Okay, and I can put Spinda right now in play. I can throw Electropower in play. I can use my Beast Energy, and that's like 160 damage. I can go for like 160. Not enough, I guess. Actually, just 160. Okay, I'm gonna 160. I'm gonna go with it. Sold. Shrine will just finish the job and he will be knocked out anyways. I was thinking for a moment with the Dazzle Blast for like a 50. Realized it might not be the best option in the world. Right now we can promote something else in the front that can maybe theoretically absorb the pressure from a Zapdos. I'm not losing. I'm searching for the Shrine. If I miss it... You gotta be kidding me that I missed Shrine. Okay, I still have like Instruct available, but... Where are my Shrines? I need them so badly. Top deck Shrine. I think that's for the win. Okay, another Instruct for Cynthia. Okay, this looks much better. There we go. Pass my turn, taking the knockout, putting more damage with the Shrine, taking 2 prize cards, Parasect, and another Shrine. Alright, looks much better all suddenly. Next turn I can even consider playing Guzma down to his Picosacrum. 3 versus 4 prize cards, not bad. So waiting for that Stellar Wish to see what's gonna happen. Marshadow actually paid out. So far Marshadow and Oranguru carrying this game. Top deck Shrine saves the day. So 1 Shrine was prized, 1 Shrine was a top deck, and the mystery still remains. Where is the Shrine number 3? That is a very good question. However, there's the Ultra Ball. And it's probably going to be for Tapu Koko Dance of the Agents. Zapdos. The fresh one will get energy in play. I have Guzma, and if he miss knockout this turn, is going to be very important. In order for him to make a knockout, he will need to burn both Electro Powers, which is in my opinion, impossible with only 2 cards in his hand. So I think I did a good call here. Oh, he have Guzma actually, so he's gonna probably target my Spinda on the bench instead. Alright. Which basically means that right now I'm forced to attack with my Paris if I don't top deck something. I do have Nazbol for the last man standing for the Zerker tree. And I'm even wondering how smart it will be to go for it. Alright, Dazzle Blast. He won't be able to retreat without Guzma. He took a lot of damage. And actually Xurkitree is my last attacker available right now. Because the last one is priced. And he have Switch. Down to Stellar Wish. Can he find somehow maybe 2 copies of Electro Power for the win? You gotta be kidding me, there's the first one. Still, he needs to find a way to retreat somehow. Without retreat option, still he can't attack this turn, and that opens a possibilities to maybe go with energy attachment to my Rangru. I mean, I need to go with energy attachment to my Rangru, pretty much. He wakes up, he took 10 damage, the top deck is a Ultra Ball. Let's see, maybe we can find Guzma. Or maybe switch. Okay, I have enough for the knockout, fair enough. I'm considering taking the knockout because I can maybe price card Xurkitree. One of the 4 cards are Xurkitree, and it is a switch. Damn it. Still, he needs the second Electro Power plus a skateboard or switch. And I think that was a Walkner. I think that was a Walkner play. It is. Still Electro Power plus switch option. He needs switch option. Otherwise, I can just Guzma down to his Pika Zekrom and try to steal the show here. Will there be a switch card, or maybe the problem is that the only thing that works for him right now is a switch. He can't go with Escape Rope because he have switch. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, he had one. All right. Question still remains, will he have another one? One thing is for sure. I can try to deal some damage up with my Oranguru. So hoping to basically buy some time here without letting my opponent to retreat. He played 2 switch cards, and there's a Guzma for the win. We'll play GG. Which basically means one thing. This deck definitely needs to have 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher, otherwise you're gonna lose your game if you don't play it, so be smart. And play Rescue Stretcher in every deck that you build. And I think this deck actually does not need 4 copies of Parasect, as long as you run 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher. Alright, let's see. Starting first, I have plenty of time to build the bench space. So starting with Oranguru, not with the circuitry. No sign of the circuitry, but there is an Ultra Ball for him, as well as a Guzma Choiceband play. I don't like my opening hand at all. It's like, I don't know what to say about it. As it looks, I'm gonna go very aggressive here with circuitry play, with Choiceband, Shrine, Beast Attachment, Instruct if I get lucky for maybe a Lily. Nope, not even close. I guess I can grab another Oranguru, and I can try to instruct 1 more card, potentially for supporter. Nope. But at least I have Paras, so it ended up pretty well, I must say that. Alright, so a Skateboard, Mystery Treasure. So it is a Psychic deck once again. Just wondering if it is a Giratina or if it is Ultra Necrozma. There's a Inkay. And a Choiceband. And Lily for 6. Alright. I wish I had actually Lily or maybe Cynthia at my turn 1, but I didn't. Still I have a Guzma and Dazzle Blast for 50. 50 is not 60. 50 is just 50, and it's not enough for the one-hit knockout versus Inkay, which hurts me a little bit, but still, if I can find Electro Power, I can take the knockout. So I think this is probably the best way to go here. There's literally nothing else that I can potentially try to do. I really need to go for it. So instruct number 1. Okay, I'm taking that. But I should actually go for another Inkay instead. Another instruct, and then I'm ready for the Marsha to let loose. So unlucky once again. Just hitting for like 50 and no Parasect, no sign of the Electro Power. At least I managed to thin my opponent's hand by a little bit. Again, not for too much. There's a Nazball. And with the Nazball, he can grab He's going for, let's see, Ultra Necrozma GX. Really interesting. Alright, and there's a Viridian Forest, meaning that I have like 2 more Shrine of Punishments left. My next turn will be much better. I can see that. Alright. I was even thinking about Ultra Balling that Cynthia for Parasect and then trying to maybe instruct Guzma. But I rather decided to keep my Beast Ring available because hitting for 100 Cablegram can be pretty useful. And there's a Let Loose, so all suddenly from 8 I'm going down to 4. Oh, but strong hand. 2 Ultra Ball cards, Circuitry and Lily. Alright, so another Mystery Treasure would be for another Inkay. It should be for another Inkay, actually for Giratina instead. Alright. I mean, I'm already 1 prize ahead of my opponent, so that's the good thing. He's ready to hit me, maybe with Necrozma for 1 prize. But then, if he do that, he will need to discard all of the Psychic Energies. And right now, he's just dealing 100 damage. Distortion Door, ready for the damage. He's definitely trying to prepare Sky Scorched Light GX sooner or later. I can smell that. This is the reason why he placed 1 damage counter on the Marshadow GX. It's real. Alright, so retreat for the knockout. Big knockout, I should say, because right now I can't use my Cablegram. But it doesn't matter too much. Alright, nice. There's Electro Power. There's a Viridian Forest for that Ultra Ball, meaning that I will try to find Switch in order to retreat onto my Circuitry. First things first, 1 Instruct. Another Circuitry, a Lily. into the switch. There we go. And then Ultra Ball. Gonna keep those switch cards, mainly because I have Rescue Stretcher available. One Instruct, what I can get with him. Cynthia, not bad. Alright, Dazzle Blast. Hitting for 50, 20 more from the Parsect, so it's up to 70. No Shrine in play, basically meaning that I can't add more damage. Still, right now, Necrozma is confused. And he have actually responded to that. There is another switch card. Right now he can just charge up once again that Necrozma. Maybe even try to set up another Giratina in play, which is not a bad idea at all. Alright, so Rescue Stretcher for Inkay. In this case, he can add energy from hand, recharge one manually with the Melamar, retreat, take another knockout versus Xurkitree, and be one prize ahead. So I'm gonna definitely need that Shrine of Punishment. Putting two Orangurus turn 1 in play actually clunk up my bench space. We can do that. It's not super smart, but we can try to take the knock versus this Ultra Necrozma. Especially if I pull all of the resources that I'm gonna need. So I need Choice Band, Electropower. Only managed to draw Choice Band, so 2 heads on the coin flip. Only 1 Electropower can be recycled. And that's it. Hitting only for 50. 20 from the Parsect, so that's 140. And if there was, you know, Shrine and Electropower, in theory that Necrozma might be knocked out at the end of my opponent's turn. But unfortunately, none of that actually happened, and he have another switch. He have another switch card. That's amazing. Also, lack of the extra Parasect on my bench. Definitely pay off my opponent. Can this game still be somehow won in my favor? I should say I don't think so, but maybe I can still pull something out. I mean, it won't be too easy. But once he started to attack with Giratina, a whole different story will happen. I mean, the problem was that he had like 2 switches in a crucial moment, so he was able to retreat easily. Without those switch cards, who knows what would happen. Is that a beast energy? It is. Oh, Guzma into Parasect, as expected. Alright, interesting. Shadow Impact 4 goes to probably Jirachi. Maybe actually to Marshadow. Makes more sense. As expected. Not even a beast ring in this case can actually help. It simply can't, so my best bet is just to go with Dazzle Blast to confuse my opponent Giratina, hitting for 20, spreading 10 with the Shrine. That's the only thing I can do. He immediately replaced the Shrine with Viridian Forest. I think that Absol can be decent tech, especially versus Zapdos Jirachi, but you already have strong matchup against Zapdos Jirachi. Against Giratina, as you can see it right here, you wouldn't benefit too much because they play switch cards, and then they can simply avoid Absol by just switching. But my opponent actually had respawned every single turn when I tried to play something out. He had Viridians, he had Guzmas, he had switches, so he had pretty much all of the cards that he necessarily needed. And there's just literally nothing that I can really do about that. Discarding 1 card from my hand, even knowing that I can't pull none of the good options. I guess I can throw the Electro Power. I can play as well my Tapu Koko. I can use Dance of the Ancients, adding energy to my Oranguru and to other Oranguru, which actually doesn't matter too much because I can go with Erika's Hospitality. I can put another Paris in play. 3, 6, 9, 1, 10. I mean, I can knock the Giratina out, but what after that? What's gonna happen after that is a good question, and it is a mystery as well. Alright, so 1 Dazzle Blast. Those cards came just a little bit too late, I should say that. And the most important thing is that right now he can just finish the game by playing Sky Scorched Light GX, and by putting Giratina on the bench for the knockout versus my Spinda and for the knockout versus my Marshadow, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna definitely have much more time tomorrow to check this deck list a little bit better and to see it, what can be tweaked before I actually decide to publish this deck list also on my deck channel, on my YouTube channel. Maybe he missed Sky Scorched Light. Maybe he missed that play, but I'm not sure if he will miss it, because we both have 6 or less price cards. So, oh, there's even another Viridian Forest, so, and Distortion Door. So in theory he can take 3 price cards by knocking Paris, Spinda, and Marshadow. You can put like 360 damage with Sky Scorched Light, so in theory it's not bad, because you can even consider tagging some sort of magical swap Tapu Lele. Overall, really interesting deck, which I will probably consider playing on tomorrow deck review. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's live stream. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Have a nice day or have a nice night wherever you're located. We'll see you next time. So till then, have a nice day and goodbye.